So this question was asked in 2012 in engineering service examination. So an elastic material of Young's modulus E and Poisson's ratio nu is subjected to a compressive stress of sigma 1 in the longitudinal direction. Suitable lateral compressive stress sigma 2 are also applied along the other two lateral direction to limit the net strain in each of the lateral direction to the half of the magnitude that would be under sigma 1 acting alone. The magnitude of sigma 2 is. So this is an arbitrary direction orientation I just created for coordinate reference. Here sigma 1 is acting along the direction 1 and sigma 2 along the 2 direction, and the sigma 2 again the third direction is happening. So due to sigma 1 we know that there is a longitudinal strain happening on the material. So coming to longitudinal, that can be direct, that will be direct stress or direct strain. We can calculate as sigma 1 divided by its Young's modulus. Therefore, lateral strain will be equal to Poisson's ratio times this longitudinal strain. So mu into sigma 1 by E will be the lateral strain. So according to question, this lateral strain should be constrained to half of this value when sigma 1 is acting alone. So our strain should be half of this value. So nu into sigma 1 divided by 2E. This should be the. Now coming to the other stresses, sigma 2 acting along the second direction as well as third direction, it will produce some strain along particular direction. So I just considering now the third direction. So this is the direction I'm going to considering. So in that direction, because of sigma 1, this much strain should be produced. Therefore, sigma 2 along the 2 and 3 direction now come to play. We can say these two together produce this much strain, or otherwise half of this value is cancelled by other two. Definitely strain produced by other two should be equal to this one. So for sigma 2, that is a direct stress. Sigma 2 is a compressive one, so sigma 2 by E is a compressive stress produced. Then again, while considering the sigma 2 along the second direction, which is compressing along the second direction, so in the third direction there will be an elongation condition. So therefore that will be a negative quantity. It can be calculated as Poisson's ratio into longitudinal strain produced in the second direction. So sum of this value should be equal to nu sigma 1 by 2 E value. So by taking common sigma 2, I can say 1 minus nu divided by E is equal to nu into sigma 1 divided by 2 E get cancelled. Therefore, value of sigma 2 is given by nu divided by 2 into 1 minus nu into sigma 1. So this will be the answer. So in the option B going to be correct. This question was asked in 2013. Let's consider the following statement. The modulus of rigidity, that G bar is given by 60 gigapascal and bulk modulus K is given by 140 gigapascal. So which of the followings are correct? So from the relation between Young's modulus and rigidity and bulk modulus, we have Young's modulus is equal to 9 kg divided by 3 times K plus G value. Substituting this value, we can find out that 9 into K, bulk modulus is 140 into 60 divided by 3 into bulk modulus 140 plus 60 value. So that goes to 140 and 60, okay, divided by 0 420 plus 60. So again 9 into 140 60 480 value. So 0 can get cancelled. Then 70 divided by 4, again 630 by 40 value. So almost 158 gigapascal we can obtain. From here, any one of the relation between Young's modulus and bulk modulus or something you can find. For example, rigidity for 2G into 1 plus mu value. Young's modulus now you have got 158 is equal to 2 into 60 1 plus nu divided by. So this is almost a 120 value. So you can divide that's almost 1.33 some values you get. So nu is equal to 0.3. So roughly it will almost correct to 0.3. So options 2 and 3, option D will be the correct answer. Thank you.